Okay, so we're rolling up to this garage sale at my buddy's house. His name's Frank on Instagram as Frank the Comic Guy. I'll put it later on the screen when I show you the haul. That was the first walk up, and then it's my friend CJ. Um, put his Instagram on the screen right now. See, he's a local guy, runs a show in the Southern California area called Near Mint Sundays. And we just went to go dig for a little while here at the garage sale. And you can see there's a bunch of people here already. This is right when he opened, a couple minutes after. So people were kind of chomping at the bit because Frank usually has got some good stuff. And then we jumped inside right here, and I wanted to get away from everyone else who was digging, so that way give them a chance to look through stuff. And as you can see, this is all adult stuff for adults only. All kind of risque, more adult themed stuff. Um, yeah, so I didn't spend a lot of time looking through there. Just kind of uh, checked them all out because I'm always looking for the weird covers, and there's definitely weird books in the adult stuff. So yeah, just digging through there a little bit. Not tons of stuff, but definitely some strange stuff. Then it cleared out a little bit, so went back over to the normal books. This was really interesting because there was a lot of DC stuff. It was DC and Marvel, but a lot of DC stuff and a lot of variants for these that I had never seen before. Not just on the books that I'm showing or that I will show on the screen, but a lot of second printings and variant covers and incentive variants. I think this was all just store stock that had been sitting in the back for a while. I probably should have picked up that Batman on the Motorcycle book. This was a really kind of interesting one, interestingly drawn book, I should say, with some really cool variants that I had never seen before. It was cool robot chicken variant there, and then yeah, some other random Batman covers. I picked up that one. You'll see later on in the video. Some Batman and Robin stuff that I'd never. I didn't even know that there was variants for. Actually, I don't think there was tons of variants being produced in this era of comics. So it's pretty interesting to look through all these because it's stuff that I just never seen before. Yeah, but a lot of it was really neat. I'm getting to some other DC stuff. Forever Evil. I hate when I hate when the bags aren't taped down like that and they get all dog-eared. So I always try to fix them when I'm looking through the books. Um, who else hates that? Let me know because I can't stand it. It bugs me. Yeah, tons of Green Lantern stuff. I was really surprised at some of this Green Lantern stuff. It was um, I didn't even know some of this art existed. They did some second printings and some like sketch covers. You'll see here, I think, in a second that were really interesting. Yeah, like that Green Lantern Zero, the first Simon Baz. I didn't even know they did a variant for that. I thought it was just a standard one or whatever. I probably should have picked that up in hindsight now, thinking about it. It would have been a a better buy. You could have bundled that with the first printing of it, Simon Baz. But you see, there's multiple issues of these or multiple copies of these variants. Probably should have gotten that one too. As my wife really likes Supergirl and Superman, but loves Supergirl. Probably probably should have picked that up in hindsight, but hopefully I'll come across it again. But just like oodles of Green Lantern, um, I just couldn't believe it. And a little bit into some Harley Quinn now. That was a cool like octopus uh, cover. See, I was like, maybe I should get it. I'm not really sure. A little bit of Injustice, um, Manhunter title you don't really see very often. Yeah, and then into some Justice League, some really interesting looking variant uh, art on some of these covers that were just like I was just kind of like, man, where this is all just sitting in boxes in the back storeroom of somewhere. I just was very surprised that this bunch was just sitting there. I really should hit him up and see if he has some of the stuff still, and I can dig through it. Yeah, but bunch of Just Society. JSA, JLA stuff through here. You see, then we get into some Superman, and I went back actually after looking through this, like that cover right there. I think that's a standard cover, but it was just tilted 90 degrees, and they did it as an incentive, and it was just the sketch. So, um, but I went back and looked through a lot of this Superman stuff because my wife is a big Superman fan. See if there's some interesting um, covers on there. Keep a lookout for some of the 75th anniversary, just like that one right there. Some of those, that's Superman Unchained, but I don't think that one was really worth anything. But some of those are extremely limited and hard to find. You don't really see them that often. Those and the second and third prints is some of the number 1 through like 4 titles in the book. Here we go into some Marvel now. We got A-Force, some cosplay covers, some cool variants, and like this Agents of Atlas number 7 right here is pretty pretty awesome. Age of Ultron stuff and Armor Wars, Iron Man, getting into some of that. A really cool cover with Devil Dinosaur right there. Yeah, so a little bit more Avengers stuff as you see. Getting through here, there's quite a bit of interesting homage kind of covers too, strewn throughout here, and a bunch of Marvel apes. In hindsight, now I probably should pick those up too because I don't really see those ape covers that often. Here's a Fantastic Four with that redo of the 25th anniversary and some of the FF run there. There's a couple books in that run that hold a decent amount of value. I kind of want to read that run. I heard it was pretty good. I think Al Ewing did it. I don't remember off the top of my head. I have to check it out. As you can see, my buddy, I handed my buddy a Scotty Young variant there. CJ's a big Scotty Young collector, so anytime I see those, here you go. Some FF stuff, pretty interesting, kind of zombie looking Ultimate FF stuff. I don't know if that was a variant or just a standard cover. But as you can see, he had a ton of them here. Here's a whole pack of them. There's quite a few. And then we get into a little bit more. This is a really cool, horrible camera work holding that one up, but this is a really cool homage to that in Incredible Hulk Wolverine cover that everyone wants that McFarlane did, like a Lego version of it. I didn't get that one, but I probably should have. Interesting. I think this Adi Granov covers for Iron Man. He did a really popular one, and that one was not as popular, but still pretty cool. There's the Apes cover right there that I was talking about. I should have picked that one up. That one's I like all the monkey covers. So they're interesting and weird. Definitely odd. Yeah, some kind of like interesting 50 style looking variants, I think, and some sketch variants. You can see you just had multiple, one, two, like 50 of them right there. Really cool looking Madame Mask cover. Yeah. All right, let's check out all the comics I grabbed from this garage sale. First two were cover buys alone, just because I love Bill Sienkiewicz. This is The Dark Knight Returns, The Last Crusade, with a just awesome Batman and Joker cover by Sienkiewicz. This next one is X-Force number 10. I think this was originally, or maybe later on, Clayton Crane starts to do the art. It says Christopher Yost right now and Mike Choi, so they did the art on this one. But this is another Bill S. cover with just a awesome psychedelic looking. I want to say it looks like a bear, but it could be a dog. I really don't know because I haven't read this run. It's one that I'm working on. I like the weird crap, so this one was kind of a no-brainer. Also, I collect covers with food on it, usually oversized food. I just find it funny. So this is Crazy number 1. I think this is volume 2 because I did one of these like a long time ago, but it has a bunch of Marvel characters.
with Obnoxio the Clown. They're all coming out of a giant oversized pie. And yeah, I like this little detail right here with Kamala Khan's hand, her giant massive hands that she uses all the time. But she's trying to get out there. Another little subsect of covers that I buy are shark covers, but specifically the Jaws movie poster homage. If I find those, I'll get any shark cover pretty much, but if I find those, I pick them up. My wife loves sharks. That's the reason that I collect these, just because I know she loves them. But this one is Spider-Man Get Craven, 2 of 7, but that was kind of a no-brainer. It's all I want in a shark cover. I got some, it looks like some late 90s foil goodness. It's probably the end of the foil. I don't think people really were doing much foil. This is in 99, June of 99, but this is Superman King of the World. And you can see right there, you can see the shine. Ooh, shiny. Bunch of these different Supermen from all over. I don't know what that story's about. No One, number 2, because I got number 1, and I know usually when I read the first issue of something, I'm going to want to read the second one right away, so that's kind of a no-brainer as well. This book got real hot for a minute. This is another Sienkiewicz cover, and it's kind of hard to find, actually. I've only seen it in the wild. This is the second time, but this is the Invincible Iron Man number 8 with Madame Mask on the cover. But this book shot up to like $30 for a while. People were specking on Madame Mask real hard, but I don't know. But it's just an awesome cover, and I like his artwork anyways. Now let's get back into the weird stuff. This is Agents of Atlas number 7. They did a whole bunch of these 1970s variants. I couldn't really pass up, a giant gorilla doing the what is it? John Travolta pose, right? From Saturday Night Fever. It's awesome. Here's another variant that I didn't have of a Moon Knight book that I've been looking for a while in high grade. I've seen it a few times, but usually it's a little thrashed. This is the like apes variant of Moon Knight 21, so had to pick that one up. This might be the most ridiculous cover of the entire haul, and it is definitely going up on a Weird Issue Wednesday post. This is Skrull, Kill Crew, number 2, the variant. And it takes a second, but obviously it's a Wolverine cow, and it's even got his claws coming out of his hooves. So, I mean, if you love weird, how can you pass that up, right? All right, we got Axe Cop number 2. Anything with somebody riding a dinosaur, I'm probably going to pick it up. And Axe Cop is on, whatever, not a Brontosaurus, Diplodocus. I don't remember the name now, the correct name of that dinosaur. If you know the name of the dinosaur, leave it in the comments because I don't remember it. Metacops number 1 from Monster Comics. It's more people riding T-Rexes, stomping on aliens, dropping things out of dirigibles. I got in a whole looks like dinosaur section. I got Cadillacs and Dinosaurs number 1. I've actually been looking for this one from Epic for a long time, and this one from Kitchen Sink for a long time, but in high grade. And both of these are just because I love the titles so much. This was this was a cartoon, eventually turned into a cartoon. It's just a cool premise, and then continuing down the dinosaur rabbit hole, this amazing freaking cover. I have to look up and see who does this cover, but Dinosaurs for Hire number 1. It's such a rad looking cover. And then here's an Elvis homage, Dinosaurs for Hire number 1, but the fall classic. Yeah, I had to pick both of those up. Can't really pass those up. Here we got a Moon Knight book I didn't have. I got these books from my buddy Albert. These books here I got at that garage sale like I was talking about, but you got to go see my buddy who hosted the garage sale, Frank the Comic Guy, on Instagram. I'll put his IG name right here. Go follow him on Instagram. He does comic sales every once in a while if you're in the Southern California area, and always has tons of great stuff, great books, great deals. And this next set of books, I should say, I got from my buddy Albert, and I'll put his Instagram right here as well. It's a random bag of thoughts, and he sells on Whatnot all the time, so you can catch him on there. But he saved this one for me because I did not have this Moon Knight cover. It's Solo Avengers starring Hawkeye #3 and Moon Knight. And you can see as the next one, West Coast Avengers is one of the covers I didn't have. Actually, I think I might have this, but it's just beat to crap. So, you know, I'm on a quest to get every Moon Knight cover that he shows up on, even if it's, you know, just his hand or his foot or something like that. So, can't really pass that one up either. This is Green Lantern #0. This is first appearance of Simon Baz. You know, he's kind of specced on as one of the people who might show up in that Green Lantern show, if it's even still going on. I did not have a copy of this Swamp Thing #1, written by Scott Snyder. I really want to read this run. I think I have the trade, I just haven't gotten into it yet. Batman #462, just a really cool. I love this era of Batman. This is when I started reading Batman in the late 80s and early 90s, but I just love his the profile that he has there. It's kind of overlaid. Heroes for Hire #1. As you can see, Moon Knight shows up, so I'm going to get it. Rad art on that one, though. Really, really cool, like dynamic looking poses from all of them. 2 more books. I did not have the first print of this. I think I have the second, third, maybe even fourth print, but I didn't have this print of Star Wars #1. When this is volume 2, right? Marvel's volume 2. This is 2014 or 13, whenever it is. And this last book is a much better looking copy than the one I have, even though it has some issues as well, but mine is really, really beat up. This is Marvel Superheroes Spring Special #1. Of course, Moon Knight's on it. Got all these other people, Hercules, Black Panther, Brother Voodoo Magic, Speedball. But yeah, that's the haul from the garage sale. Hope you guys like it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all that jazz down below. I appreciate it. Share the video with your friends. It helps me out, helps the channel out. Let's get this thing moving. Until next time, keep digging.